Okay, so here we go. Washout. This is like when we were children. We have batted, now we'll take the bat and go home. We will not let the opponent bat. India has packed their bags and said, okay, you guys stay here now. We've batted 10 overs, thank you very much. But what is more important is Surya Kumar Yadav and Shubman Gill answering quite a few questions, and both looked real good. Shubman Gill, after he survived that LBW chance, umpire's call, after that, the very next ball from that straight drive onwards, and Surya Kumar Yadav, that pickup shot over square leg, for example, brilliant. I mean, this was a very, very good sign for India. Gargi, Bharat, Shomik, all of them joining me. Shubhan will join us soon. Bharat, I will start with you. Very, very good batting effort from India. Shubman Gill and Surya Kumar Yadav answering quite a few questions after Abhishek Sharma started well. Your thoughts on the Indian batting effort?
Yeah, to start with, when it comes to Surya Kumar Yadav, we saw in the Asia Cup, not just in terms of how he batted in all those games, but even in the next sessions, it seemed as if he was struggling a bit to time the ball. He was perhaps looking to play a lot of shots to the onside. There is a theory going around that when he tries to play too many of these pickup shots or too many of these whips, then Surya Kumar Yadav is perhaps struggling a bit. But today, didn't just play a pickup shot, but he also was able to open up the offside. That's definitely a good sign for him. That tells you that he must be in good batting rhythm. And maybe a little more pace in the wickets in Australia also helped. Someone like Surya Kumar Yadav, somewhere in Dubai, the conditions were quite slow, not easy for someone like Surya Kumar Yadav to play through the line and on the up. But good signs, great signs for the Indian team with the T20 World Cup coming up, that both Shubman Gill and the captain, especially the captain, scoring runs.
Shomik, same question. How do you read the Indian batting effort? For me, these were real good signs, as Bharat said. Mute. Yeah, Tumarki, has the Gargi bug bitten you?
No, I only muted him because there was an echo.
Oh, I thought the Gargi bug has bitten you. Okay, go for it.
So, see, basically, you expect good batting from them because they are good players, they are top players. Surya, a few minutes back, Priyank Panchal, the former Gujarat opener, put out a tweet saying Surya Kumar Yadav is India's greatest ever T20 batsman. And there is sometimes unnecessary outside noise about when he is going through, when he is not scoring in a few games. The fact of the matter is that, I mean, India play a high risk game in 2020 cricket, and the margin of I mean, there is very little margin for error. So in that case, the Ajinkya Rahane, a few days back, we are interviewing him, and he said people who have no idea about the game, who haven't played cricket, they talk a little too much about the game. Same thing applies for Surya Kumar Yadav's off form. So what is off form? Surya Kumar Yadav hasn't scored in 6, 7, 8 matches. Fine, he will score because he comes here with proven pedigree. Shubman Gill, same for him. Shubman Gill is the top test batsman. He is one of the best ODI batsmen, and he is there by dint of his quality. He is pure quality. He will score runs. So if they fail in a few innings, this outside noise can totally be shut out. Very happy both scored runs and the way they played. You mentioned Surya Kumar Yadav's short pickup shot over the backward square. I will also refer to that Surya Namaskar going down on his knees and that ramp. That Surya Namaskar I will also mention. So very happy. And you will see they are big game players. And as the World Cup will approach, they will pick up their game.
Shubhan also joins us from Canberra, wet Canberra. At least the rain has stopped because I can now see Shubhan not having his umbrella. Before I go to Gargi, Shubhan, India started real well. I mean, some real good batting effort there, 10 overs, 100. Match called off, not the best, but from whatever you've seen, the question I asked was Surya and Shubman. Same question for you. You were there. What's the talk around in the press box? Both of these guys looked done.
I was sitting alongside an Aussie journalist, and both were talking about Surya Kumar Yadav, his stats in the last 15 games. Last 11 matches, he has scored only 100 runs. Last 15 matches, no half centuries. So there was a bit of chatter around Surya's batting form. But having said that, You can't, as Shamikda said, you can't judge a player on the basis of one or two series. Asia Cup, we all know how sluggish the pitches were. Yes, Abhishek Sharma took the bowlers, Pakistani bowlers, especially to the cleaners, but that is Abhishek Sharma for you. You don't get a player like Abhishek Sharma every day, and we have to understand that was a hard new ball which Abhishek Sharma was facing. The Pacers were bowling, so it's a different game
Exactly.
when spinners operate in a Dubai pitch. And here, as I said in our preview as well, multiple preview in our previous lives, these Indian batters will love to bat on these Australian pitches where the bounce is true, the ball comes nicely onto the bat, and you saw from the very first ball that how the what the approach was of Abhishek Sharma and Shubman Gill. Yes, Abhishek did not score, but such is his style of batting that he will fail most often than not. But when he clicks, he will take the match away from the opposition. For Surya and Shubman, there was a bit of chatter, especially from their performances in the Asia Cup. But we have to understand the pitches. They were completely different. There were low scoring matches, 170, 180 run matches. These are 200, 220, 225 pitches. So these batters enjoyed batting here, and now they are behind me is the team bus. They will now get back to their hotel. They have an early morning flight tomorrow, so they will fly out to Melbourne. But happy for Shubman and Surya that they have got at least some runs. This 62 run partnership of 35 balls, both batting. One batting at a strike rate of 180, one batting at strike rate of 162. I think this will give a huge boost of confidence to both of these batters, and for India to do well in the future as well. You will need Surya and Shubman to score such kind of runs even when Abhishek Sharma is not clicking, and that is where the entire game of other batters will come into play, where they can take the game deep and score, post a total of around 200 runs, 200 plus runs. When Abhishek clicks, it will be an easy game for India more often than not. But for when he does not click, like was the case today, Shubman, Surya, other batters, Tilak, Sanju, they will come into the party and they will enjoy batting on these Aussie tracks. Buryada.
Dargi, this is the question, right? I mean, if you look at that batting order like today, Abhishek Sharma giving you that flowing start in Australian conditions, thereafter Shubman and Surya, and you had a Tilak Verma and you had a Sanju Samson. The day this batting lineup clicks, it is a gun batting lineup. And then you see a Yashasvi Jaiswal sitting outside, a Hardik Pandya who will become fit and come into the lineup. There is an Aksar Patel also. I mean, come on, boss. This white ball T20 setup, India is looking some team. Dargi.
I mean, I think you can fish out another two full strength teams from the kind of talent that you have sitting on the bench. Yashasvi Jaiswal not finding a place. Could you ever imagine that a player who has dominated IPL, that a player who has dominated every format that he's touched, is not finding a place in the Indian T20 setup? So that tells you a lot about the quality of Indian talent that is overflowing in the white ball setup at the moment. Like you said, when this team clicks, it's incredible. Even when it does not click, I think this is a very three-dimensional batting lineup that we haven't seen that. I think there was a time when the top four batters failed or the top three batters failed, no one could ever pick up from over there. But this time around, this team that we're seeing in particular, that's not the case. You saw in the Asia Cup final as well, the way that Tilak Verma and Shivam Dube navigated India to the win. We've seen that multiple times, that when the openers are failing, which we haven't seen in the recent past because Abhishek is doing so well, and he takes the brunt of scoring the most amount of runs at the very beginning. But throughout the Asia Cup as well, there have been multiple times when Shubman Gill hasn't scored, when Surya Kumar Yadav hasn't scored, but someone or the other lower down the order picks up the bat and the ability, what Ryan ten Doskate was talking about in that press conference, that we want number 3 and number 7 batters from number 3 to number 7 to bat anywhere. We want them to be versatile, we want them to be flexible. So this is a team that is very multi-dimensional. You can send those batters up and down the order and they'll perform regardless. So it's an incredible team that we're seeing forming.
Yeah, let me go to Shubhan on this. Before that, I love these kind of questions. पीके टॉक शो, इतना भी क्या मजबूरी है रेव स्पोर्ट्स का कि अर्शदीप का बात ही नहीं हो रहा है? अगर आप प्री शो सुन लेते तो अर्शदीप के बारे में भी हम लोग बात कर रहे थे, उनके बारे में फंडामेंटली बात कर रहे थे. अभी इंडिया बैटिंग ही किया है, अर्शदीप का या बॉलिंग का जिक्र भी नहीं हो रहा है, इसीलिए उनके बारे में बात नहीं कर रहे हैं. आपका दिमाग थोड़ा सा ठीक नहीं है, इसीलिए आप वही सोचते हो कि अच्छा मैं नेगेटिव कैसे सोच लूं। ये छोड़ दीजिए, आपका दिमाग का हाल के लिए मैं आपको कह रहा हूँ, ये छोड़ दीजिए। शुभान,
नहीं, और अगर आपने हिंदी लाइव भी देखा होगा तो मैंने स्ट्रेट अवे जब प्लेइंग 11 आया था तब मैंने बोला था कि मैं सरप्राइज्ड हूँ अर्शदीप को, टू नॉट सी अर्शदीप सिंह, ही इज योर लीडिंग विकेट टेकर इन T20Is, and but at the same time this is the time where India will, as I have said multiple times in our preview shows that this is the time for the Indian think tank to try out different combinations. I did not expect both Kuldeep and Varun to play in this game, but that is where this series will become important, just to dish out different combinations and try out whether Harshit Rana is a capable enough batter to take the responsibility and finish matches at number 8. He has that capability, but whether he can do that against quality side or not, whether you can go out there and try a same playing 11 in the T20 World Cup or not, that is where these bilateral series becomes important for the Indian team. So Arshdeep not playing, we know what Arshdeep is capable of. He will nail those Yorkers in the death overs. He will bowl. He will have a good couple of overs with the new ball. He has that ability. We know what he's capable of, but we don't know whether Harshit Rana is capable to bat at number 8 and take that responsibility. So I can understand what this team management is trying to do. But so far, as far as Arshdeep is concerned, I was surprised to not see him in the playing 11. To be honest.
All of us said that. Shomik in fact even made a tongue-in-cheek comment in our pre-show. So अगर आप थोड़ा भी देख लेते तो आप ये सवाल नहीं उठाते। ये देखिए और एक आ गया, गोकुल वर्मा, player who plays like T20 in tests is not in the 11 of the T20 team. Ridiculous. It's like गिल को ओपनर बनाने के लिए बाकी सबका काम खराब करना है। आज के बैटिंग के बाद भी आप ये सवाल उठा रहे हो, तो किसके बारे इसके बाद क्या आपको कह सकते हैं, आप थोड़ी खुद ही बता दीजिए। Shubhayan, quickly before I go to the others, everybody, what is the weather update for Melbourne? You are leaving for Melbourne tomorrow morning. From what I had seen, Melbourne looked clear to me. Also, what is the weather update for Hobart? I checked Hobart and I was listening to you in your Hindi live. You said Hobart is also looking much better. So, weather update for Melbourne and Hobart before I go back to Shomik, Bharat and Gandhi.
Melbourne looks a bit tricky as far as today's weather forecast is concerned. From today's update, I can say that there's a bit of rain around on match day. 60 to 80% chance of rain is what the forecast, the MET, the different apps are saying for the Melbourne T20I. Weather in Hobart suddenly has cleared up, which is the third T20I. 3 days back, it was showing heavy rain in Hobart, 80 to 90%, but it has cleared up. But this is the time where it is a seasonal change time in Australia from winters to, we are coming from winters to summer. So there can be instances of unseasonal rainfalls, which was the case here today in Canberra. So for Melbourne, as far as today's forecast is concerned, it is looking a tad bad. 60 to 80% chances of rain, but again we will update tomorrow as soon as we reach Melbourne. Team India is flying out tomorrow morning. We will also fly out tomorrow morning. So as soon as we reach Melbourne, we'll give you perhaps the arrival footage and of course the weather update on how things are looking in Melbourne. There's no press conference, no practice session for the next two T20Is. That's back-to-back games. The next practice session, press conferences, we will see directly in Gold Coast. There's a couple of days of practice in Gold Coast scheduled. So before that, fingers crossed that the weather gods, rain gods will not play a spoil sport.
And the other thing is in Melbourne, it will not be like, you have to have a call off time like today in Canberra. So you will
Right,
have
right,
more
exactly.
flexibility as far as the Melbourne cricket ground is concerned with the weather. সৌমিক, তোমাকে একটা প্রশ্ন জিজ্ঞেস করি, তুমি এটা নিয়ে নাও। অনিকেত বড়িয়া গাম্ভীরের থেকে কত টাকা পাচ্ছ? ডিসগ্রেসফুল টু সে দ্য লিস্ট। আমি উত্তরটা দিলে খুব একটা ভালো হবে না সৌমিক, তাই তোমার সুযোগটা দিলাম।
I mean, shall I speak in English or Bengali?
English, Bengali, Hebrew, whatever you want to speak.
আমি দুটোতেই বলছি। To start with, Gautam Gambhir doesn't have that money. Doesn't have that kind of a money. Let alone Gautam Gambhir, Cristiano Ronaldo doesn't have that kind of a money. To start with, so Gautam Gambhir is a small fry. He doesn't get into the conversation at all. আর বাংলায় বলি যে ব্যাপারটা হচ্ছে যে একটা কি জানো তো, whoever has অনেকের যে কোয়েশ্চেনটা করেছো, everything stems from your educational background, everything. Education plays a big part. মানে তুমি যদি একটু মানে কেয়ার ফর এডুকেশন, তাহলে এই জিনিস এই কোয়েশ্চেন্স গুলো নিয়ে আসতে না, বুঝতে পেরেছো? তো আমি জানি না তোমার বয়স কত, আমি মনে করি তুমি আমাদের থেকে, আমাদের দুজনের থেকেই অনেক ছোট। তো আমি তোমাকে বলবো তোমার শুভ বুদ্ধি উদয় হোক, আর এডুকেশনের ওপর একটু জোর দাও।
আমি একটাই কথা বলি অনিকেত, যে যে প্ল্যাটফর্মে তোমার মনে হচ্ছে যে টাকা নিয়ে শো করা হয় বা ওই যা যা বলছো হোয়াটএভার, দেখো না, তোমার সময়ও নষ্ট করো না, আমার সময়ও নষ্ট করো না। আমি তো তোমায় পাত্তা দিই না, তোমাকে টয়লেট পেপারের মতো ফ্লাশ করে দেবো। অপমান করছি তোমাকে, মুখে বলে করছি যে তুমি আমার কাছে ম্যাটার করো না, তোমার মতো ছাগল যারা তারা ম্যাটার করে না, যাও না এখান থেকে। আর এর থেকে খারাপ ভাবে বললে খুব খারাপ লাগবে, সেই জন্য আর বললাম না। তোমাকে একদম পাবলিকলি বলছি, তুমি একটি গর্ধব, তুমি এখান থেকে যাও। শ্রমিক হাসছে, আর কি বলবো বলো ভাই, কি বলবো, মানে এনিওয়ে, ছেড়ে দাও।
Look at this.
समझ में नहीं आया लेकिन सुन के अच्छा लगा। फीडबैक बोलते श्रमिक सर कुछ समझ में नहीं आया लेकिन सुन के अच्छा लगा।
अरे फिटबॉन्ग के क्वेश्चंस मत लो, ब्लॉक दिस बगर, he will go to other channels and spew hate against us and he will come here and talk good. First thing, block this Fitbong from our channel.
फीडबैक, what am I hearing?
You drama?
Why is this? अच्छा, because
Block
you
him
are a
first thing,
regular.
block him first thing, block him first thing.
This is not something that I was expecting feedback from. What Shubhayan is one of the more calm, tolerant people, unlike me. Suman Avasthi, thoughts on England losing ODI series against New Zealand. Let's focus on the India game. Let's focus on the India game. Yashashvi Jaiswal.
Nobody cares about. Yeah.
Anyway, come back, Bharat. Coming back to you, Surya Kumar Yadav from the Asia Cup. Surya Kumar Yadav today. Do you think it's a mental thing? Do you think he was trying a bit too hard, given the kind of potential, talent, ability he has for this format? He doesn't need to do much. He's a gun T20 player. Bharat Ramraj. Bharat's frozen. Gargi, you take that before I go back to Shubhayan and Shomik.
Can you please repeat the question?
Yeah, about Surya Kumar Yadav, that in the Asia Cup, for example, we all thought he was trying a bit too hard. First ball, trying something. Today, he was, yes, that straight shot could have been caught had it been a little, but after that, superb innings. He doesn't need to do anything different. He's a gun T20 player with so much versatility. Thoughts?
I think, look, when Surya Kumar Yadav walks into the field, there's enough and more pressure on the opposition because of the way that he bats. We know that he's India's X factor batter. He can turn the game around at any moment, and especially the way that he bats, you never know when a conventional shot will come out. You never know when he's going to sit down and lap something or reverse sweep. You can never sort of predict what's going to happen next. Yes, in the Asia Cup, it did look like Surya Kumar Yadav was not in the right rhythm. He could not get it right. He could not get going. When he did, he could not convert big. We saw one good innings from him against Pakistan, but that was about it from Surya Kumar Yadav. At the same time, I think it was about getting going once, because I still think I go back to that Oman game, and I feel like if he had played in that game, things would have been a little different, because I think there was a bit of complacency there. He should have come out to bat. Anyway, he wasn't doing very well in the tournament, I think. But now it's all good to do that. What he did today on Australian soil, I think it's very positive signs.
I'll stop you. অনিকেত, তোমার বাবা কার সাথে খেলেছে তাতে আমার কিচ্ছু আসে যায় না। তোমার বাবা ইডেন গার্ডেন্সে খেলে থাকতে পারেন, তোমার আঙ্কেল প্রবীর আঙ্কেলের বন্ধু হতে পারেন, তোমার ঠাকুর দাদা ইন্ডিয়ার ক্যাপ্টেন হতে পারেন, তাতে আমার কিচ্ছু আসে যায় না। আই কেয়ার টু হুটস অ্যাবাউট ইট। তোমার ভাষাটা ছিল গৌতম গম্ভীরের থেকে কত টাকা পাচ্ছি, তার উত্তরটা তোমাকে দিয়ে দেওয়া হয়েছে। এন্ড অফ স্টোরি। তুমি যদি একটা ক্রিকেটিং প্রশ্ন করো, এখনো ভদ্রভাবে উত্তর দেবো। তুমি যদি ভাবো তুমি আমাকে এসে গৌতম গম্ভীরের কাছে কত টাকা পাচ্ছি, ডিসগ্রেসফুল ইত্যাদি ইত্যাদি বলবে, তোমার বাবা, ঠাকুর দাদা, কাকা, মা, বন্ধু বান্ধব, আমার কিচ্ছু আসে যায় না। আমি তোমার প্রশ্নের উত্তরটা দিলাম কারণ তুমি আমাকে বললে বেসিক্যালি আমি আমার কোম্পানিটা চালাচ্ছি ঘুষ নিয়ে। শ্রমিক, আমি, গার্গী, শুভায়ন, তৃষা এটসেট্রা, আমরা ঘুষ নিয়ে কোম্পানি চালাচ্ছি। দ্যাট ইজ হোয়াট ইউ ইমপ্লাই। তাই এর থেকে খারাপ কথা তুমি যে বলছো না আমি আপনাকে খারাপ কিছু বলিনি, আমার ডিকশনারিতে অন্তত এর থেকে খারাপ তো কিছু ছিল না যে আমি আমার কোম্পানিটা আনএথিক্যাল ভাবে চালাচ্ছি। তাই উত্তরটা সেইভাবে পেলে। নিজেকে শুধরে নাও। এখনো তোমাকে সমীর যেটা বললো, নিজেকে শুধরে নাও, ভদ্রলোকের মতো এসে প্রশ্ন করো, ভদ্রভাবে উত্তর দেবো। Okay, Trisha joins me. Quick, Shubhan, I'll ask you one more question and let you go. Actually, it's pretty late.
Sure.
I'll
I
give me the
go in.
travel. Yeah, and you've been out doing that Hindi live for more than an hour. Plus, I want to go to the women's game. What time is India leaving? What's the plan for Melbourne? What is your details? Quickly, travel plans for tomorrow. Tomorrow, the focus will be on the Women's World Cup for us. But still, set it up. What is happening in Melbourne or the Indian team plans, and you can leave.
Both Indian team and I have almost the same flight. Different, of course, different companies, but almost at the same time, 20 minutes here or there. So hopefully we'll get the both departure and arrival visuals from the airport. But yeah, but India will travel to Melbourne tomorrow morning. They won't have. They will. It will be a travel day, a rest day for the players. And let's see whether they turn up for practice session or not, because they will be reaching pretty early. They have not played a complete game, so a couple of players, if they want to practice, they can turn up for practice, but it is highly unlikely at this moment. But tomorrow is the travel day. Day after tomorrow is the match day. Again, after that day, they are traveling to Hobart, like myself. So it's back to back a couple of games for the Indian team, and then after that in Gold Coast they will have a few days, 3 days off, and then they will have their first ever game at the Gold Coast Stadium. So it's a packed tournament. It's a packed series. Plenty of travel alongside the team. So yeah, we'll be there, and hopefully the weather will stay a bit better in Melbourne, and we will have a full game. We don't want washed out games after traveling all the way to Australia.
I'll let you go, Shubhan. Thank you very much for joining us. Travel safe and be safe. Because, and by the way, definitely go to Shark Fin Inn, because last time we couldn't go there. Shark Fin Inn and have some Chinese dim sums for me. So
Where in Canberra?
place to go. No, in Melbourne. In Melbourne,
In
next
Melbourne.
to Burke
Okay.
and Russell, in that
Okay, right.
Chinatown area. Definitely go to Shark Fin Inn for dim sums.
Get me some coffee, Shubhan. Get me some coffee, please. I'll talk to you. I'll speak.
Okay, perfect.
All the
Perfect,
orders
perfect.
are going now.
Perfect,
So
perfect.
coffee for Gargi and Trisha. Shomik কিছু বলছে না।
No, I
Shomik
still
da
have
to
my
coffee
coffee
খায় না?
in Dubai. I still have my
In
No,
office, you know, Koryada, I force everyone to have coffee. Sorry.
not
No,
me.
তৃষা কফি, গার্গি কফি, রোহান জার্সি, শ্রমিক তুমিও বলে দাও। Anyway,
আমি যেটা বলবো পাবলিক প্ল্যাটফর্মে বলা যাবে না।
তুমি ফোন করে বলে দিও।
ফোন
আমি
করে
ফোন
বলো।
করে বলে দেবো।
আচ্ছা,
But
quickly, Surya
Koryada,
and
before you
Akanksha.
quick, before you move to the women's game completely, I just wanted to add on to what you were saying to Aniket, not to Aniket. There are a lot of people who have been messaging me that probably Harleen Deol has not given us interview. That's why we want her out of the team. It's very interesting, but we have not asked any of the Indian players for an interview. But quite a few of them have actually come and told Snehashish and me this, that तुम लोग क्या पूरे टाइम हमारे साथ ही रहोगे, हर प्रैक्टिस में पहुंच जाते हो हमसे पहले और निकलते भी नहीं हो, हम बस लेके निकल जाते हैं, तुम लोग बाहर शो कर रहे होते हो. So they have also noticed what we are doing. किसी से हमने इंटरव्यू मांगा नहीं है. And these words, I'm kind of getting a little tired of this PR, negative PR. You guys just know this. PR and negative PR. कोई कुछ बोले ना, तुम लोगों को बस यही चाहिए. Sorry. Now let's get back to the game.
My answer to this is very simple. বেশ করছি, কারণ বাবার দয়াতে তো করছি,
Yeah?
নিজের কোম্পানি বেশ করছি। যদি টাকা নিয়ে করি, যদি যা ইচ্ছা করি,
देश कौन means बहुत अच्छा किया जो भी किया. किसी और के पैसे में तो नहीं किया, तो बहुत अच्छा किया.
সিম্পল আনসার, বেশ করছি। কেউ যদি তোমাকে বলে কেন তুমি হারলিন দেওল তোমায় টাকা দেয়নি, বেশ করছি, হয়ে গেল। Beyond it, there's nothing to say. That's the answer.
Gargi, translating into English, it is, to paraphrase Eknath Solkar, it is which father what goes. After the show, I will tell you the story. Which father what goes.
Trisha, South Africa close to 200 for 4. What's your reading? South Africa going well against England in Guwahati.
Yeah, I think South Africa is doing well. I had actually predicted that England will win the World Cup. That does seem like it's not going to happen. But yeah, I think Laura Woolward is playing a dream now. She has played so well and she's batting so well. I think two of the drives were absolutely mind-boggling. But I also like the intent at which both Laura Woolward and Marizane Cap were playing at one point. Um, yes, but then again, they started well. Tasmin Bridge, um, the Australian team bus just went by. If you guys saw, the Australian team bus just went by. Anyway, so yeah, I think Tasmin Bridge looked a little rusty, but Laura Woolward, Maritana Cap was doing well. Important part is how do they finish? They have batters till number 9. My only worry is Goriada. They have actually got have Nadine the Clark instead of Masabata class at number 9. They have gotten that extra batter in Anneke Bosch who scored 0 today. The problem is they are one bowler short, and that could come back to bite them when England bats eventually, unless they score something like 300, 320, because they don't have strong spinners, just Malava.
Okay, so that's the South Africa, but now comes the main one, Trisha. Firstly, I can still see no rain. That's the good part. Today, when Kostok
But
was
it's
there at the
very hot.
ground, he was showing me around when the preparations, etc., were on. And I was reading the weather reports after you and I spoke. Chances are we might just get a game tomorrow. So set it up for me. What is it like? Chances if India is going to get a game. Are you giving India a chance? I am. We will ask Shomik and Gargi also. But how is it looking? This is the match of the tournament, final before the final. Everybody in India around the world is looking at this particular rivalry. Trisha.
Yeah, well, it looks like Navi Mumbai is definitely dressed for it. While it's not like there are a lot of votings, but wherever you go, people are talking about the India-Australia semi-final because yeah, it almost seems like a final before the final, you know. Everybody asking questions of, I've been getting the same question, do I give India a chance? I'll answer that later. As of now, Indian practice, it seems like a lot of thought is being put in. There's a lot of small conferences happening. Smriti had a longish chat again with Jemima about her stance. And what it seemed like was she was asking Jemmy to play a little late. Harleen Dale was practicing hitting short balls with that plastic ball on the tiles. And Uma Chetri had a longish batting session. So did Amanjot, both bowling and batting sessions. Who else came? Yeah, these are the 5 people who came for practice. It was an optional training session. I think Harman had come for a while, but not for training. She had come for some shoot or something, where she just went away. That's about it, bro. I mean, Smriti then went on to check the pitch. It's very interesting that the captain did not go to check the pitch, but the vice captain did, and she did have a word with the curator and the ground staff there, with Jemmy and Aru being there. Yeah, that's about it. But you can understand that it's a big game for the Indian team as well because generally you would see them joking around or just having a lot of fun. Today it seemed like all focus mode on, and understandably so. For the press conference, of course, Shafali Verma came. There was a kind of debate in the press box that whether Harman is going to come or not, because she had come for a moment and we all thought she had come for the press conference. But of course, Shafali came and Shafali seemed super confident, Boyada. She has said that God has sent me to do something good and I'll be giving my 200%. And she said something interesting as well. She said that, whether I'm asked to open or whether I'm sent in the middle order, I will just go and express myself. That's what the team wants me to do. Now, I don't know where is this middle order coming from, but yeah.
I don't read too much into that middle order, but Gargi, good to, I mean, Shefali Verma, nothing to lose. All of a sudden, one game, you put her out there, God given opportunity, everything set for her, the platform to become a hero.
Seriously, this was like divine intervention. All stars had to align to bring Shafali Verma to the field tomorrow. But uh, I mean, I'm sure even Shafali would, at the beginning, have a hard time understanding, oh, what just happened? I was out of the team. I wasn't even selected in the squad. And then suddenly, Pratika Rawal goes out, and now I have to go out there and take the brunt of responsibility and do the brunt of scoring. Sorry, it's I think there will be a lot of pressure on Shafali. She hasn't had the greatest ODI outings. She still struggles with rotating the strike. If she's given the responsibility of opening the innings, which is where I think she's saying that maybe I'll be sent down the order, do the hitting and do the finishing. Maybe that could be one of the possibilities that the team is looking for. I don't know. That's just my opinion, because we haven't seen that incredible innings from Shafali Verma in ODIs yet. But at the same time, pressure like never before. This will be her time to shine. Either this will be one of the best innings that she will ever play in her life, or it will be remembered for the fact that Shafali Verma was especially brought in from outside the squad and she ruined it for India. It can go either way. So this is go big or go home for Shafali Verma. There will be a lot of pressure on her, and honestly, at this point, it's more mental than skill for her. And if she believes, if she's very positive, like her press conference quotes say so far, that she's, very, very positive in the way that she's approaching this game, but a lot of pressure.
Fitbunk, I don't know why Shubhain said what he said, but let me just say I'll have a chat with him. I understand where he's coming from, and it's something that I think I can gauge, but don't worry about it. I'll have a chat with you've never, and I want to put this on record on my show in the English platform. I've never seen you make any derogatory comments, so I'll definitely have a chat with Shubhain and sort that out. And as I said, I'm extremely open about it. People are more than welcome to ask us any question, as long as the question is asked within the limits of civility. If people think that they can come and abuse us, we are not here to be abused by anyone. So it's as simple as that. But Fitbunk, I take your point. You are one of our oldest subscribers. You've been with us as part of the journey. I will have a chat with Shubhain and sort this out. If there is any misunderstanding, you have my word for it. Shumik, coming to the game again, it's a one-off. Whether it's Harman's 171, whether it's many such games. Australia too. I mean, we are all talking India, India, India. Australia too will feel the pressure. Everybody expects them to win. DY Patil, India's got a good record. Trisha covered that series. India did beat Australia in one of the games. It's not as if India hasn't done it. India has. And Bharat is doing the hide and seek with us. He goes, he comes back. It's like the clouds in Mumbai. Not
I
bad.
don't know, for
But
whatever reason, there's a problem with the internet.
Bharat Wi-Fi is playing truant. Shomik, one-off games, always a chance. Are bhai, Shomik has now again reversed it. What do my people do, boss? And why do they do? Shomik, you're back on track. Bolo, set it up for me. One-off games are always an opportunity.
If it is a any knockout game is a pressure, irrespective of a team, irrespective of how successful is a team. Australia definitely will feel the pressure, and I mean, given the given the two sides, maybe Australia are far ahead in terms of quality skill set. But home team, I mean, home support can do wonders. It can help the home side punch above their weight. And one more thing, I mean, um, with my fleeting knowledge about women's cricket, I would respectfully disagree with Gargi as regards Shefali Verma. She said that Shefali would be under a lot of pressure, and she is entitled to his opinion. But as far as I am concerned, I think it's totally a win-win situation for Shefali Verma. She would be under no pressure at all because she wasn't there. She came. She has absolutely nothing to lose. She wasn't part of the squad. She has absolutely nothing to lose. Whatever she contributes is a bonus. If she has nothing to lose and the world to gain and the world to win. So I think Shefali Verma, if she goes into the game with that mindset, it would augur well for the Indian team. And once again, I repeat, irrespective of the respective strength of the two sides, home support can do wonders.
Okay, let me last 5 minutes on the show. One question for Bharat, one for Trisha. But Shubham Dalmia has given us the comment of the day. If Manchester United can win 3 games in a row, then anything can happen. Shomik, no comments from Shomik. If Manchester United can win 3 games in a row, Shomik, you've been bold, all stumps gone. So
We'll come back. My response is that I will come back in May. I'll come
nice.
back to this in May.
But still, it still remains, Shamikda, that Manchester United has won 3 games in a row. Please.
Yeah, it will. It might go on to win 13 games in a row and win the title. By the way, tomorrow there is a yellow alert for Bombay and Navi Mumbai. So
Yeah,
if
yeah.
that is the case, there it could be a truncated affair, and in that truncated affair, the lesser team will always have a chance.
Okay,
I don't think
so
it's about laser team. I think it's mostly about the team chasing. Because if the team batting first will be in a bit of a bother with a stop start, you never know what is the number of overs you're looking at, how to go about setting the total. So I think the team batting first will have a disadvantage. So important
Yeah,
again would be to field a
agree.
toss.
Yeah, totally agree, Trisha.
Bharat,
Totally agree.
your thoughts on the semi-final one off? Quick answer because we've got to close the show in 3 minutes. Bharat.
Yeah, as you noted, just noted one off game. So that is where it starts. India just have nothing to lose. Just go out there, and if they come out on top, then it's straight away in the final. So they should look at it as a one off game, and they basically have nothing to lose. Yes, I understand there are injury worries. Pratika Rawal is out of the equation. Shafali Verma is coming in, and our form in ODI cricket over a period of time has not been good. And maybe Richa Ghosh still has an eagle or two, but still India have the resources. I think if there's one side that can beat Australia in this World Cup in these conditions, I think it's the Indian team, and I do believe the conditions in Navi Mumbai should help the Indian team, the spinners as well, because of the kind of wicket that you get there. I genuinely believe India have a chance because it's a one-off game. Yes, obviously, if I use some logic, Australia will start as the favorites. But I genuinely believe India can usurp Australia in a.
Kargi, 30 seconds. How India, Australia. Favorites, what is your percentage?
Don't ask me this. Don't put me on the spot. I am so no, because you
70-30
want
Australia.
How much?
70-30 Australia.
Trisha 70,
70
30 Australia. Bharat,
Okay, I will just reduce it a little bit, 67.5 to 30, 33,
wow, I
33.5.
would not even be able to do that much math.
no, that I know. That I know. That maths and you don't go. I mean, ICSE fail. Don't worry about it. Go. You are like the 12th fail. Ultimately, you will succeed and get it done. Show me your thoughts.
Hmm, I think I'm not qualified to predict, but I think it's 50-50, given it's a knockout game. And one big knock, one impact innings, one impact spell can change things. So, as far as I'm concerned, it's a knockout game, and my prediction is 50-50.
Yeah,
I
my
will
my
I
heart.
will
Yes,
say
Gargi. Yes,
85-25.
Gargi 110 हो गया.
टूवर्ड्स इंडिया 85-25 कैसे
नहीं,
हुआ 85-15 हो सकता है भाई
Gargi, ah, that is, I mean, typical Gargi.
ठीक है चलो. So
I
this
mean,
was the
रुको 25 इंडिया को और बाकी जितना बचा वो
75
ऑस्ट्रेलिया का.
75 to
Gargi,
85 75 25
Gargi, this is the FOPA of the day.
this
This is just a match.
84.86
when you are in Kolkata for this is a public statement. When you are in Kolkata for the South Africa Test match, please start learning maths from Aisha. This is your devotion after today. Trisha, do you agree or not?
I
I totally
completely
agree.
agree with you after
I totally agree.
85-25 all of us do
Where is 85-25 coming from?
yeah I
All
was
of
like
us.
85-25
Anyway,
कोई
but
बात
I
नहीं
want to
गार्गी
say this.
2 minutes.
I want to- I
what
think
are your
Trisha is
percentage
right. I think Trisha is right in 70-30, but I somehow have this feeling. My heart says India. I don't know why, but I'm just getting this
yeah
feeling.
all of us heart says India but unfortunately the mind is like shut up
हो जाएगा
the
यार,
mind is like no shut up
कल हो जाएगा. We will see a blue wave in DY Patil. Trisha and Snehashish will have the game of their lives to cover. Let's have history made. Suman Avasthi, history will be created. Indian women winning this World Cup. यार सुमन, अगर ये हो गया ना, तो तू जो भी मांग ले, something for you special, we will get it to you.
हाँ,
No
जो भी
question.
मांग ले मत बोलो, वो बांग्ला गाड़ी मांग लेगा, कहाँ से देंगे?
कुछ अच्छा तो तेरे 100% दे देंगे. So don't you worry. On that note, let's finish it. Tomorrow, big day. Lot of programming coming your way from DY Patil and also from Melbourne with Shubhan traveling to Melbourne. Atreo travels to Goa tomorrow for the Chess World Cup. Atreo travels to Goa. The Super Cup is in Goa. Derby day after, so Devashish and Rahul will build up to that as well. So as you can see, 7 of our reporters traveling to different parts of the country for different sports. That's our day in Red Sports as far as we are concerned. And Aniket, coming back to you, গৌতম গম্ভীর কেন কেউ পয়সা দেয় না ভাই, ভালোভাবে বোঝাচ্ছি, আর ভবিষ্যতে জিজ্ঞেস করো না. Shomik, Gargi, Trisha, Bharat, thank you very much for joining me. To everyone watching, let's pray for India. It is a big day. We've all been waiting for this day on home soil, India's World Cup. Let's pray for that team. Shmriti Bandhana deserves it. Harmanpreet Kaur and the rest of the girls will become cult. Let's do it for Pratika Rawal and for everyone. Everyone covering.
Let's do it for the Indian women's cricket. Let's do it for Indian women's cricket.
Let's do it for all of us. I mean, let India beat Australia and let's set up that final on the 2nd of November. It was the 2nd of April. It is the 2nd of November. It is 2 again. It is 2 again. 2nd April 2011, 2nd November 2025. Fingers crossed. Thank you very much, everyone, for watching.